Yeah, let's go podium on this.
First off, thanks everybody for coming out and listening. As we get into this and try to figure out where the problems are, the main thing we have to realize, in my opinion, is business as usual is not going to get it done. If we wait for people to get elected, get on committees, start moving paperwork along, that's not it. We need people to get up there and start exposing, start ripping blankets back, and start showing people for what they are. Thank you.
Thank y'all for allowing me to join you here tonight. I know we're kind of piggybacking out of district, so I appreciate you allowing us to join you. I would just say this: if you listen to the pundits, they'll tell you it's going to be a bad year for Democrats. And we do know historically off-year elections don't favor the president's party. But here's what I also know: active support and people that are willing to come out, because we're not normal, folks, face it. We're sitting here in a firehouse on a Thursday night talking about international affairs. We watch C-SPAN. You know, we're not normal. I do know that we're going to have excellent folks that you can go out and vote for on August 24th, November 2nd. I personally am glad that I'm not facing any of these gentlemen because I think they're excellent candidates. My name is Doug Tudor. I'm asking for your support, and I appreciate that you let me come join you tonight.
Thank you. First off, I want to thank my wife, who's come to be with me. I'm going to raise your hand. I also want to thank the members of my staff and volunteers who are working with me. I think they're around the room. Won't you all just raise your hands and let the people acknowledge you all here. This is the office manager for the James D. Golden campaign, Ms. Sharice Bryson, who I think will last through November unless she gets to go to law school starting in August. We are located at 6150 East Highway 70 in the Comm Center there. We have been there since September of last year, and we are excited about the possibilities that lie before us. I could not help but note, though, that all of the questions tonight really address being involved in the war situation and or what would we do with respect to our present conflicts and our present difficulties. One of the areas that we've not talked about that I wish we had time to address is the aftercare for our veterans when they do come home from the war. I had an opportunity to speak with some people about the program that you all have started here in this circuit. There is an organization called Veterans Vision. That's a publication. Many of you may receive copies of it. And they were most interested in what we were trying to do to combat the homelessness, the mental illness that besets a lot of our veterans. I serve on the Manatee Glens Board of Directors, which is a mental health hospital of Manatee County. And when I shared with them about your program, they were very, very excited. I'll be sure to give you the information about Veterans Visions. It's a major publication for veterans, and I'm excited about being more involved in eliminating veterans' homelessness, eliminating a lot of the demons that beset us when we come home from the wars that we've been sent to by our Congresses and by our presidents. And I guess as a matter of closing, both Mr. Eaton and I had been in touch with Veterans Vision, and I am pleased to report to you tonight that I have been named a Veterans Champion and that I have gained the backing of Veterans Vision. They have endorsed the James D. Golden for Congress campaign in the primary. And so I'm thankful to that effort that they have made, and they did it in part because of the support that I have given to veterans all along after they come home from the war. I've only been able to make about 25 copies of these. Sharice, would you make sure that everybody that would like to have one can get one when we finish? I thank you for this opportunity to be here with you, and I do look forward to the rest of the campaign in this primary, and I do look forward, I hope, to being able to challenge Vernon Buchanan. I will be a fair-minded representative, and I will represent all of us. Thank you so very much.
Well, I'm between you and the door now, in case you wondered. Does everybody remember my last name? Okay. I've met my goal for the night. I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about me. My wife always says I'm that funny, really smart guy that latches onto stuff like a bulldog and never lets go. And in Lee County, we have a school board that is probably like every other school board. You know, the parents are afraid to talk to them, the teachers are afraid, and they have a lot of power. And a few years ago, I was going to work on one of their IT department things, and I filled out an application and I checked the veteran's preference. And they hired a non-veteran and they violated my rights. I don't know if you've ever done that, but the veterans' laws are fairly clear, but you don't get a lot of help as a veteran. It took me almost 6 months. I had to get smarter than the attorney at the school board who tried to bury me. I had to get as smart as the veterans, the one person that handles this side of the state up in St. Pete. And after 6 months, I got our Dr. Browder, who's our administrator of the school board, finally came out and apologized publicly to me. I could have sued them for thousands of dollars, but my nature was, I'd rather have you not take the money out of the school budget because it just comes out of the kids' budget. I'd rather you come up with a plan that makes it never happen again that you do this to a veteran. So they instituted a training program, and they actually published a newsletter to put my name in it, nicely enough. Because even though I'm nice, trust me, if it's something that's not right, if it's an injustice, I'm going to hang on until it's fixed. And I did with them, and it was not easy, and now I travel around our district to different veterans groups and explain veterans' hiring preferences. So that's one of the things that I enjoy doing. It's a responsibility of me as a veteran to do that. A couple of other things I do, those of you that don't know me, I'm somewhat accustomed to public speaking. I'm probably the only person you'll meet that's been asked by both presidents of Microsoft to speak on stage with them. I was asked by the U.S. Navy to speak on their behalf to the British Navy one year. And I do that because my reputation has been built on cutting through rhetoric with very, very difficult problems, whether it's military or General Motors or FedEx, lining up the opposing organizations and getting them to collaborate to fix it. And I've been very successful. My reputation is based on that. And that's what I'm going to do when the two guys over there vote for me and put me in Congress. So just remember, thank you all for showing up tonight, and my wife can vote for me. Thank you.
Everybody have a chance? I'll make sure. Okay, well then, I'm the one between us and the door. Let's give a big hand to all these candidates. You're the candidates. Thank you very much. Good job, gentlemen. Just a couple of quick announcements. Join us over at Monterey Grill, and I will say that our veterans group, we do help veterans. We have an ongoing project to take needed materials for the soldiers that are being treated up at Haley VA Hospital in Tampa. And Harry Stimmel back in the back is in charge of that.